Hi everyone, myself Anchita Aravind. Today I am here with a small topic and here we are discussing the various birth control methods and abortion. So shall we start with the birth control methods? What is birth control? Birth control refers to restricting the number of children by various methods which is designed to control the fertility and prevent the conceptions. And the only method of preventing pregnancy that is 100% reliable is complete abstinence, that is the avoidance of the sexual intercourses. Several other methods are available, but all of them have its own advantages and disadvantages, and these include the surgical sterilization method, hormonal methods, intrauterine device and spermicides, barrier method, and also periodic abstinence. And other than the complete abstinence, all other methods have different failure rates. First we will start with the surgical sterilization method. Before that we have to know what is sterilization. So sterilization is a procedure that renders an individual incapable of further reproduction process. And the principal method for sterilization in male is vasectomy and in female it is the tubal ligation. And we will see the procedure behind the vasectomy and the tubal ligation methods. And in vasectomy, the portion of each ductus deferens is removed. First, an incision is made with a scalpel or a puncture is made with a special forceps, and next to the ductus are located and cut, and each is tied or ligated in two places with stitches, and then the portion between the ties is removed. So this is the procedure behind the vasectomy, and the sperm production continues in the testes, but the sperm can no longer reach the exterior, and the sperm degenerate and destroyed by the phagocytosis methods. And the blood vessels are not cut during the procedure, so the testosterone level in the blood remain normal, so vasectomy has no effect on the sexual performance. And if done correctly, it is a 100% effective methods, and the procedure can be reversed, but the chances of regaining the fertility is only 30 to 40%. So this is all about the vasectomy. And next is the tubal ligation method. It is the sterilization methods used in the females, in which both the uterine tubes are tied closed and then cut, and this can be achieved by few different ways such as clips or clamps that can be placed on the uterine tubes, and the tubes can be tied or then cut. And due to this, the secondary oocyte cannot pass through the uterine tubes and the sperm cannot reach the oocyte. So this is the tubal ligation methods which is used as a surgical sterilization methods in the female. And another method is the non-incisional sterilization method. It is an alternative to the tubal ligation method, and it employs the insertion of a coil that is made up of plastic or metal into the uterine tubes, and over a time of 3-month period, the inserted substance which will stimulate the tissue growth or the scar tissues in and around itself and blocking the uterine tubes. As a result, the secondary oocyte cannot pass through the uterine tubes and the sperm cannot reach the oocyte. So it will causes the stoppage of the reproduction process. So these are the surgical sterilization methods used for the birth control method. Now we will discuss the second type of the birth control methods, that is the hormonal methods. Aside from the complete abstinence or the surgical sterilization, the hormonal methods are the most effective means of birth control. Oral contraceptive, that is the pills that contain the hormones which is designed to prevent the pregnancy, and some are called the combined oral contraceptives or COC, and they contain both the progesterones and estrogen hormones, and the primary action of COC is to inhibit the ovulation by suppressing the gonadotropins, that is the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. The low level of FSH and LH usually prevent the development of a dominant follicle in the ovary. As a result, the level of estrogen does not rise and the mid-cycle LH surge does not occur, and ovulation does not take place. Even if ovulation does occur, in such cases, the COX may also block the implantation in the uterus and inhibit the transport of ova and sperm in the uterine tubes, and the progesterone which is present in the COX which thicken the cervical mucus and make it more difficult for sperm to enter the uterus. There are several variations of oral hormonal methods of contraception, that is combined pills, mini pills, etc. When we considering the combined pill methods, they contain both the progesterone and estrogens, and it is typically taken once a day for 3 weeks to prevent the pregnancy, and it regulates the menstrual cycles. The pills that is taken during the 4th week, they are inactive, that is they do not contain the hormones and they permit the menstruation to occur. And when we taken the mini pills, it contain progesterones only and it is taken every day of the month. And the progesterone only pills thicken the cervical mucus and may block the implantation in the uterus, but they do not consistently inhibit the ovulation process. So these are the hormonal methods which is used to prevent the pregnancy. Apart from the oral hormonal methods, there is also non-oral hormonal methods of contraceptions are also available, and among these are the following, that is the contraceptive skin patches, vaginal contraceptive string, emergency contraception or EC, and hormone injections are also used as a non-oral methods. And when we considering the contraceptive skin patches, they contain both the progesterone and estrogen delivered in a skin patch placed on the skin. The skin patches may be made upon the upper outer arm, back or lower abdomen or the buttocks region once a week for 3 weeks. After 1 week, the patch is removed from one location and then a new one is placed elsewhere. And during the 4th week, no patch is used. This is the contraceptive skin patches method as a non-oral hormonal methods. And the second one is the vaginal contraceptive method. It is a flexible donut shaped ring about 5 cm diameter and that contains both the estrogen and progesterones, and it is inserted by a female herself into her vagina, and it is left in the vagina for 3 weeks to prevent the conception and then removed for 1 week to permit the menstruation. And the next one is the emergency contraception, otherwise known as EC or morning after pill. It consists of both the progesterones and estrogen, or the progesterone alone pills are also available. It is used to prevent the pregnancy following an unprotected sexual intercourse, and the relatively high level of the progesterone and estrogen in the EC pills, which provide the inhibition of the FSH and LH secretions, and this causes the ovaries to cease the secretion of their own estrogen and progesterone levels, and in turn decline in the secretion of estrogen and progesterone induces the shedding of the uterine linings and thereby blocking the implantation. One pill is taken as soon as possible but within 72 hours of the unprotected sexual intercourse, and the second pill must be taken 12 hours after the first one. And the pill work in the same way as regular birth control pills. So it is the emergency contraception method or morning after pill, which is used to prevent the pregnancy following an unprotected sexual intercourse. And the last method is the hormone injections and injectable progesterones given intramuscularly by a healthcare practitioner once every 3 months to prevent the conceptions. So these are the non-oral hormonal methods used as a birth control methods. The other method which is used for birth control is the barrier method. Barrier method are a physical barrier and are designed to prevent the sperm from gaining access to the uterine cavity and also the uterine tubes. In addition to preventing the pregnancy, certain barrier methods, that is male condoms, vaginal pouch, may also provide some protection against sexually transmitted diseases such as AIDS. And some example of barrier methods are male condom, vaginal pouch, diaphragm and cervical cap. A male condom is a non-porous lattice covering. It is placed over the penis and that prevents deposition of sperm in the female reproductive tract. And a vaginal pouch, sometimes it is called the female condom, and it is designed to prevent the sperm from entering the uterus, and it is made up of 2 flexible rings connected by a polyurethane sheet, and one ring lies inside the sheet and it is inserted to fit over the cervix, and the other ring remain outside and the vagina and cover the female external genitals. And the next method is the diaphragm. It is a rubber dome-shaped structure and it is fits over the cervix and it is used in the conjunction with the spermicides. Spermicides means the sperm killing agents, and the spermicides is more effective when it is used with a barrier method such as the male condom, female condoms or diaphragm or cervical caps. And it can be inserted by the female up to 6 hours before the intercourse, and the diaphragm stop most sperms passing into the cervix and the Spermicides kill most of the sperm that do get by. And the cervical cap, the last barrier method is the cervical cap. It resembles a diaphragm, but it is smaller and more rigid than the diaphragms, and it fits over the cervix and must be fitted by a healthcare professionals, and spermicide should be used with the cervical cap. So these are the different kind of barrier methods which is used as a birth control. And another method which is used to prevent the conception is the periodic abstinence. Here a couple can use their knowledge of the physiological changes that occur during the female reproductive cycle. The first physiologically based method is the rhythm method, and it involves abstaining from the sexual activity on the days that ovulation is likely to occur in each reproductive cycle, and during this time, that is 3 days before ovulation, the day of ovulation, and 3 days after ovulation, the couple abstains from the intercourses. And the effectiveness of the rhythm method is poor in many women due to the irregularity of the female reproductive cycle. And another system is the symptothermal method, in which the couples are instructed to know and understand certain signs of fertility. The sign of ovulation, which include increased basal body temperature and the production of abundant, clear, stretchy cervical mucus and pain associated with the ovulations. And if a couple abstains from the sexual intercourses when the signs of ovulations are present and for 3 days afterward, the chances of pregnancy is decreased. So these are the methods which is used to prevent the conception, that is the periodic abstinence methods. So up to this we are talking about the various birth control methods, and sometimes it is not effective and it may lead to pregnancy, and some pregnancy may form into abortions. Abortions may be of two types, spontaneous and induced one. So what is abortion? Abortion refers to the premature expulsion of the product of conception from the uterus, usually before the 20th week of pregnancy. And the abortion may be spontaneous or induced. Spontaneous means it occurs naturally, and induced means intentionally performed abortions. And there are several types of induced abortions. One involves by using the mifepristone, otherwise it's known as the Miniprex or RU486. It is a hormone approved only for pregnancies 9 weeks or less when taken with prostaglandins, and it blocks the action of progesterone by binding to and blocking the progesterone receptors if the level of the progesterone falls during the pregnancy. And it may lead to menstruations to occur, and the embryo sloghs off along with the uterine lining, and within 12 hours after taking the drug, the endometrium starts to degenerate, and within 72 hours it begins to slough off. So it is one method of induced abortion. And another method is the vacuum aspiration or suction method, and it can be performed up to the 16th week of pregnancy by a small flexible tube. It is attached to a vacuum source and it is inserted into the uterus through the vagina, and the embryo or the fetus and placenta and the lining of the uterus are then removed by suction. And for pregnancies between 13th and 16th week, a technique called dilation and evacuation is commonly used. After the cervix is dilated, suction and forceps are used to remove the fetus, placenta and the uterine lining. So it is used the pregnancies between 13th and 16th week. And from the 16th to 24th week, a late stage abortion may be employed using surgical methods similar to dilation and evacuation, or through non-surgical methods using a saline solution or medication to induce the abortion. So these are the induced abortion methods used in the medical field. Here I added a small portion and it contains who should avoid the birth control methods. And the first method is the hormonal pills. Hormonal pill is an oral contraceptive method, and the oral contraceptives may not be advised for women with a history of blood clotting disorders, cerebral blood vessel damage, migraine headaches, hypertension, liver malfunction or heart diseases. And the smokers should quit smoking or use an alternative method of birth controls. And the next one is the vaginal ring. The women who smoke or have blood clot or certain cancers should not use the Nuva ring. Nuva ring is a vaginal ring, And third, intrauterine devices. Some doctors recommended the devices only for women who have given birth. When the device is implanted, your uterus is expanded, and this might cause pain in women who have not had children. And when we considering the female condoms, the male condoms offer more protection both against the STDs and the pregnancies than the female condoms. So, if you and your male partner aren't in a long-term or monogamous relationship, the female condoms are not a perfect substitute. And in male condoms, if the female is allergic to lactose or polyurethane, the female condom is not a good one because it is made up of the lactose or the polyurethane material. And the diaphragms. Those who are overweight and those who have toxic shock symptoms should avoid the diaphragm. And sterilization method, it is not designed to be reversible. So we have to take these measures before choosing a birth control method. So these all about the birth control method and abortion, and in this section I avoid the method the intrauterine devices or IUDs because we all know about IUD. It is a small object. It is made up of plastic, copper or stainless steel, and we all know that it is inserted by a healthcare professional into the cavity of the uterus, and it helps to prevent the fertilization by blocking the sperm from the entering of the uterine tubes. And we all know the most commonly used IUD, that is the copper T. That's why I avoid the portion IUD in these sections. Thank you for your kind attention.